What's up, guys? It's me, Jeremy, and as Law Replay is still unfortunately broken, at least during the making of this video, I'm making another vlog. And there's a lot of topics I'd like to talk about in vlogs, and maybe I'll start to make vlogs a little bit more in the future, because vlogs are pretty fun to make and they're fairly easy as well. And I still definitely want to start putting out videos every other day, of course, as mentioned earlier. Anyways, today's vlog is about a concept for solo queue where I describe it as where you should play according to your team and don't make your team play according to you. Because the thing is that in solo queue, you have 4 other players on your team other than you. And if it's way easier to have one player play to those 4 than to have those 4 players play to the 1. Because, say for example, your team, the 4 of them want to invade, right? And you think invading is a terrible idea. You should still invade, even if you know it's a terrible idea. The reason being because it's a much better idea for your team to invade as 5. I was about to say 4 there. It's a much better idea for your team to invade as 5 than it is to invade as 4. And your goal in solo queue is, of course, to win the game. There is no other major thing. You don't want to get a million kills or whatever, or just tote your dick around. I don't even care. You want to win the game in ranked, and if you don't want to win the game, then you probably deserve to be reported. I mean, there's not much else to it. You want to win the game, and playing to your team is a much better idea than trying to get your teammates to play to you. Simply because of the fact that it's way easier to convince yourself to do something bad than it is to convince your whole team to not do something. I mean, yes, you still want to communicate with them, but the thing is, like, if your team doesn't listen, you have to listen to them. Like, sometimes you might think you're right, but you're not. You're wrong. Or maybe there is a little bit of truth to your team's calls. Like, even if there is the fact, of course, like I said, that if your team is making bad plays, and because if your team as 4 tries to do something, and you as 1 go against that, then you're just being a troll. Or you're being a toxic player. You're arguing with them, or you're just like not communicating with them, not listening to them. I guess there are some cases where that strategy could work. The only really case where it could, though, is if you split push. Like, of course, you don't want your team to split push as 5, then it's not really a split push, you know? That's not the point of the strategy. But if you have the mindset where you're willing to listen to your team's ideas and calls, even if it's not always the best idea, then you'll perform better and you'll win more, simply because of the fact that doing a bad call as 5 players is a million times better than doing a bad call as 4 players, and you're definitely going to get flamed if they make a call as 4 and you don't follow them. Like, if they say to take Baron and you're pushing mid because that's the better play, because mid inhibitor is open or whatever, and then you get aced at Baron, your team as 4 gets aced at Baron, then I mean, there's not much you can do about it. But if you were there as 5, then you could possibly win the team fight and then take the mid inhibitor. But you still have to try to keep your teammates in check. Like, if they're chasing like the support player across the whole freaking universe, then yeah, you can ping for them to fall back and stuff. Like, still make calls and still communicate and stuff. But if you find that your teammates are not listening to your calls, then maybe you should listen to theirs. And that kind of, I guess you could call it a strategy in solo queue. It's just an easy way to deal with players, with your bad teammates, because yeah, the players, they'll want to win, and if a call is right, then I'd say 99% of the time your teammates, if they're not trolling, of course, will actually listen to you and believe it. But then the thing is, like, if you find yourself constantly disagreeing with your entire teammates, like if it's just 1 or 2 people, then that's like a little sketchy. But if you're constantly disagreeing with all 4 of your teammates, then maybe you should reconsider your arguments and take a step down and regain your cool and take it easy for a little bit and just relax and think, and just with an unbiased mindset and think, maybe that Baron call was a good idea. Even if it wasn't the best idea, maybe it was still a good idea. And I think that kind of mindset towards dealing with your teammates will help a lot of players in solo queue, so I definitely wanted to mention it. Anyways, thanks for watching my vlog, guys, and if you have any questions, or if you have some feedback, or if you would love to discuss this concept, I'd love to see you in the comments, and I'd love it if you could support me with a like. As I said earlier, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.